Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned by clicking the bell icon. Phoenix comedian, 84, earns big laughs with risky humor on America's Got Talent. Sandra Risser was 61 when she finally decided to chase a dream that had been on her mind since childhood, becoming a stand-up comedian. "I always had it in my mind when I was young," Risser says, "but that was not acceptable to my family." Now 84 and living in Phoenix, Risser is taking her comedy to national TV audiences with an appearance on America's Got Talent. Her audition, taped back in March when she was 83, airs Tuesday, July 15 at 8 p.m. Arizona time on NBC. Why did she audition? "Because, of course, I thought I was talented," she says with a laugh. "It is also the premiere show for talent, and it's a great opportunity." And talented she is. In her audition, Risser opens with a bit about her family growing up, how everything was on the table for discussion at dinner, except one topic. "Instead, we talked a lot about shopping," she jokes. "So I'm gonna tell you a shopping story." At first, the audience isn't quite sure where she's going, and that's the magic of it. Her calm, unassuming setup slowly builds into a sharp, unexpected punchline. "Now, when I was young, I used to go shopping all the time. Sometimes 2-3 times a day. I was a regular shopaholic." Cue a wide-eyed Terry Crews. "What?" "I went shopping with friends," she continues. "It's safe, it's comfortable. You've been to the store before. You know the merchandise is clean." And so it goes. Her slow burns and clever double entendres have the audience laughing harder with each line. Risser is no stranger to taking on new challenges later in life. "I'm a late achiever," she says. "When I was 48-49, I became a competitive bodybuilder. Then somehow that led to me doing community theater, and always in my mind, I wanted to try comedy, but I didn't know anything about it." That changed when she was living in California. At 61, she enrolled in the San Francisco Comedy College. "They taught me what makes people laugh and how to tell a joke," she explains. "They had their own showrooms and we had shows, basically open mics for the students. Eventually, I started going to open mics around San Francisco and the whole Bay Area. That's pretty much how I got started. And the more I did comedy, the less and less theater I did." At the same time, she sold the travel agency she owned. Before that, she had a long career in data processing, first with the airlines, then with Bank of America. So what made her believe she could succeed in stand-up? "I just figured I'd be good at anything I did," she says, laughing. "I'm very egotistical." While she wasn't the class clown, Risser did have a sharp, dry sense of humor growing up. "I was always studious. Friends from high school have said, 'You're a comedian now. You were always so serious.' I focused on school, grades, and extracurriculars." Now living in Phoenix since 2021, Risser returned to California earlier this year to audition for America's Got Talent at the Pasadena Convention Center. "It was the most fantastic experience," she says. "Just walking in and seeing the signs for America's Got Talent, it was unreal." She didn't get to meet the judges personally, but did get to interact with AGT host Terry Crews. "I met Terry Crews, and he has always been one of my favorites," she says. "He was just wonderful." Risser and her husband were the oldest people there, a fact that didn't go unnoticed by the staff. "It was a long day," she says. "People kept coming up to us saying, 'Do you need a chair?' And we'd say, 'No, no, we're fine standing.' And they'd still bring us chairs anyway. It was so cute." Now, with her episode about to air, Risser is excited to share her comedy with a national audience, proving it's never too late to chase a dream or get a laugh. If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share.